Very sad. Nigerian youth disrespect Buhari on Twitter. Yesterday, May 22nd, President Muhammad Buhari announced on Twitter that he had signed an executive order that grants financial autonomy to state judiciary and legislature. Buhari, through his Twitter handle, tweeted, "Based on the power vested in me under Section 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, I today signed into law Executive Order Number 20 of 2020 for the implementation of financial autonomy of state legislature and judiciary. This administration will continue to do everything to strengthen the principles and practice of democracy and democratic governance in Nigeria." As usual, one would have expected to see a lot of compliments from Nigerians after the tweet, but the reverse was the case. Nigerian youths who made comments after the tweet made comments that were unrelated and irrelevant to what the president had tweeted. Nigerian youths were in fact seeking for followers under the tweet of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To me, that was great disrespect to the president. See tweets by Nigerian youth under the Twitter handle of the president after the president had tweeted something very important. Mr. Bubu, Davido and Bona, the fight, and the matter we dey try settle since morning. If we settle and finish, we go at ten d to you. Wetin dis one dey talk? Which power is vested on you? I will follow anyone that I like. Dis tweet, and please kindly follow back. An elderly man, however, tried to intervene on behalf of the president, but he got an unpleasant reply from one of the youths. Our youth of today are not disciplined or patriotic. Just imagine what they tweet under the president, Twitter handle, and their response to a president's tweet. It is so unfortunate. No respect at all. May God heal their soul. Your generation are the most irresponsible after the founding fathers that planted the divisiveness that has plagued this country. Your generation are the ones currently stealing the nation's resources. How dare you insult my generation after putting us in this unbearable situation? It is now becoming a trend in Nigeria now. After making any important tweets, some people will come under the tweet and start asking for followers. But you wouldn't have thought they would be that desperate as to do such under the tweet of the President of Nigeria. Thank you for listening to this news. Well, Mr. Writer, you said you've written well anyway, but then the truth must be told. Mr. President may have said something that is important, okay? But then people refuse to respond positively to his message or information because they no longer people no longer rely on whatever that comes from the president any longer. I don't know if you really understand. People no longer believe in his words. Buhari is someone that says something and doesn't do it as promised. And that is the pain from people. So you sometimes you don't blame them because Buhari is someone that doesn't keep to his words. He doesn't keep to his promise. He's someone that will tell you that he will do this, and believe you me, the opposite is what he's going to do. And the same thing goes to other administration, but this his own is becoming too much. This his own is even the worst. So people, you don't need to be offended or be disappointed because people are tired of his many empty promises and and his ability not to fulfill any. Look at all the promises that he made since his first term. None of them he was able to keep. Give him time, give him time. He just spent 100 years in office, 100 days in office. He just started. Give him time, give him time. They gave him time. He completed his first tenure. Nothing was achieved. We entered the second tenure. Yes, this man has just completed the first tenure. Give him time, he's going to do well. At least the first tenure, he has used the first tenure to know his mistakes, and so now he will start working on them as he entered the second term. People gave him the benefit of doubt. They listened. They allowed him. They gave him their support. They trumpeted for him. They came out en masse for him, and they voted him and he entered. What is the result now? Instead, he even made the situation to be worse than the first tenor. What do you expect? Are you not happy that people did not even insult him, that they just ignored him and start discussing something else? They even respected him. They even respected him enough. They would have if you, see. I want to tell you that Nigerians are not smiling. If you know what this pandemic have done to so many Nigerians, then you will see reason why they have to do what they did in that Twitter handle. You will know why they did what they did. The president is no longer useful to the citizens. It's no longer important. Someone they will tell that this is what they need, and he will just ignore them and be doing something else. What do you expect them to do? These are people that has been requesting for something for a very long time, and he has ignoring them. Instead, he keep doing what is in his own mind, and you are saying that the people are disrespectful. What? How are they disrespectful? In what way? In what angle? So, my dear, permit me to say that these people are already doing the right thing. I'm so sorry for that, but that is just the word. Buhari has called for it, and that is what he's getting. He has never been encouraging. He has never been helpful. He has never been supportive. Nigerians are tired. They are tired of his empty promises. They are tired of his many fake stories. Nigerians behave the way they behave because of all his empty promises. So, Mr. Writer, you don't need to be you don't need to be surprised because that is what he called for. At least he wasn't insulted. At least he wasn't questioned. He was just kept quite silent. What then will you say if they have challenged him? If they have insulted him? What then will you say? Are you not in this country? Are you not seeing what is happening? So what are we saying? Look at what this pandemic has brought to this country. What are you to say about that? Are you comfortable with it? If you are, I am not. because the president has not been helpful. He has not been supportive. Instead, he has been making situations to be more difficult for Nigerians. So, my viewers, permit me when I say that the people are very much right in their action. The president called for what is receiving now, and that is just the truth. So, whatever the people have said to him or done to him, he called for it. So, he should just bear it and just accept it with two hands. So, my viewers, what's your take on this news? Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.